So we're taking a look at one of the new Tesla charging stations that's being built here in Orlando area. It's a 12 bay, including one handicap spot, which I hadn't seen before, for van access, maybe a future van coming down the road. But anyway, thought I'd get into the infrastructure a little bit. Had a conversation with one of my friends, and we kind of did some brainstorming about what was going on here. So I guess starting on what we'll call the medium voltage side. So this transformer box is what's in place for the Wawa, that we're currently at here. So on the left side would be where the medium voltage is coming in. The right side is where that gets dropped down to low voltage. Coming in right now is 12,470, which is, from what I understand, a fairly common, line level voltage, 15 kV coming in from the street. So that comes in on this side here and then gets converted down to, this case, 208 line voltage. So these pipes here coming out pop out over there. So what we're thinking is these are going to be routed coming into that same side here and tapping off the same inbound lines from the street. These pipes then go underground over here to this area. And so what we're thinking is they're going to build a pad here across both of these. This is where the 12 or I guess 15 kilovolt will be coming in, and then these lines here are what run into the individual, there's 3 of them, boxes down at a low voltage, which in this case low voltage is 480 volts. So there'll be a pad here, similar box just like the one we saw over there, medium voltage, low voltage over here. Each of these are pretty thick conductors. You can kind of see, looks like aluminum there. Let's see if I can get that to focus. So quite a few individual conductors there. And then these 5 go underground, and pretty sure those are coming out at this box. And there's 2 more down there, which we'll walk over there in a sec. This box here looks like that's just a breaker box for being able to do, disconnect, stuff like that. And then the meter here for measuring the actual power consumption. Thinking that smaller PVC is what runs the breaker box. And then there's a total of 5 of, these, what's that, probably 3-inch PVC. Or maybe not PVC, but some sort of tubing that's running to these individual stations. Just real quick, looking at the breaker box, 480, 3-phase. This one here, fabricated February 2021. That's last month. Recording this March 1st. Looking at this box, there's 3 of them. They're basically identical. On the top, you've kind of got, don't know if that quite shows up on the video, but some sort of chiller or air conditioning condenser. The individual boxes here, you can kind of see inbound 480 volt right there, 3-phase. Output, so this is the inverter that drops it from AC to DC, because the individual chargers are all DC. So output here, where is it? 0 to 500 volt, upwards of 250 kilowatt per. So looking at the individual chargers, would be that. You can see total input 575 kilowatt out of that box. So 12 charging stations, 3 of these would be, each one is powering 4. From what I understand, the way the chargers are set up is a pair of them will each kind of feed a common 250 kilowatt output, or I guess input. So if you got, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those would all be feeding off this machine or this box. And then over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be number 5, 6, 7, and then number 8 there would be feeding off that. And then the third one would feed those last 4 down there. What would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, these boxes are identical to the other ones. I was able to kind of poke over here while they were doing construction, so I may insert some pictures of what that looked like. But in terms of the line power, you'll see the main transformer box is over there. To look at the overhead, our best guess is it's coming down this pipe here. You can kind of see that looks like new that's been, or maybe not new since the gas station's been here, what, 4 or 5 years. But it's feeding from that, going underground to there, and then it'll go underground from there to there. So yeah, that's kind of at least a cross between speculation and informed knowledge as to kind of how medium voltage, high voltage, whatever you want to call it, power is run. Got a couple other pictures while they were putting these together. You can see the light behind the Tesla logo, and then underneath all the power coming out the left side. And it looks like on the right side there's some sort of liquid tubing for the whether it's going to an actual air conditioning type assembly somewhere in this box. Maybe that's what that condenser is up there. But yeah, it's been fun to watch them build. I probably got some of this wrong, so if you have any corrections, feel free to leave them down in the comments. Sounds good.